To give all glory, honor, and praises to Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai by Hashem HaKadosh. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, rule and teach well. Peace, love, salutation to the elect 144 first fruit. All right, so back at you with a swift lesson in the spirit. You can see I have this Newsbreak article from the Irish Star. It says World War III fears mounts as U.S. military bases in Europe on alert for possible terror attack on personnel. Right, so the world is on alert, pretty much. Hold on. Yeah, so pretty much the world is on alert, but specifically the Americans. It's cool. I'm already in Job here. You already know what script I'm about to go to. So this is Job chapter 18, verse 11. It says, terrors shall make him afraid on every side, and shall drive him to his feet. Exactly. So terrors shall make him afraid on every side. So pretty much trouble him. All right. So when you're troubled, there's a lot of anxiety that takes place in the troubling because you're constantly thinking about it. Now, terrors, when you actually go into this word, it does mean destruction, calamity, or a dreadful event. So, in a sense, this is that terrors shall make him afraid on every side. That's like action, what we're reading right there. Okay? That's like action. All right? So, yes, this is, matter of fact, let's go down to verse 14. His confidence shall be rooted out of his tabernacle. And the tabernacle is a place of, like a dwelling place where you're comfortable in. But right now, Esau's comfortable in his own blessing. Got the fatness of the earth, and he rules by the sword. Simple. That's his blessing. And the Lord has designated to where every nation has executed their blessing on however they decided to use their blessing and gave him a chance to rule. Because he's a just and fair power, which is very understandable. Now it's Esau's turn to execute his blessing. And hey, from what I'm seeing and living in this world, living in the reality, because I saw a saying, and you brothers can put in the comments below if you agree with this saying or not, but I found it very, I guess you could say profound, but it was speaking, the saying is speaking about life. In they said life is lit life is lived backwards. You live life backwards, but you keep moving forward. And thinking about that, it's true because you have the cliche saying you learn from your mistakes. Well, all your mistakes are backward, okay, or behind you, but you do learn from them. All right. And there's another saying, you need to learn how to learn. Okay? Just because you pick up a book and read it or this, that, doesn't mean you're learning. You need to learn. You need to teach yourself how to learn. All right? But you live life backwards, still moving forward. It's kind of just like what it says in the book of Philippians. And I don't want to get too far off topic, but just like it says in the book of Philippians where it talks about reaching forward to mark the prize of the high calling, just loosely paraphrasing. I think it's in Philippians, the 3rd chapter, but forgetting those things that which are behind. Yes, in a sense, you forget them, but you learn from them. So technically, the things that you've done are who you are today. So it's like you living life backwards made you who you are in the present, and what you are in the present is looking forward. So dwelling on things that are in the past, that's where regret and guilt creeps in, and that's not a good way to live. So pretty much, I guess while I'm saying that is these terrors are going to start making Esau extremely anxious, which we're going to see him make moves that are extremely hasty and sloppy, but it's going to make a big ass impact on the entire world. Okay? So these destructions and calamities that are going to come on him, it's going to ruin it. His confidence. It's going to ruin his confidence. So going back, Job 18 and 14, it says, his confidence shall be rooted out of his tabernacle. All right? Confidence means with faith. And we all know Esau is a faithless being. But what he does have faith in is in himself. That's why he's so high-minded and proud. And especially understanding what the scripts say, that he's going to fight against the angels and the Lord. His confidence is high in himself, not necessarily anything else, because he's a faithless being. All right? So the only confidence that he has is within himself. He's rooted in himself, not in anything else. All right? And once that is rooted out of him, okay, and rooted out of his tabernacle or his own comfortable dwelling place, it says, it shall bring him to the king of terrors. All right? So once it's rooted out, all his confidence is done, is depleted, all right, or depleted. He's going to have to step to the king of terrors, which ultimately in Job 18:11 says, terror shall make him afraid. Those terrors are coming from Alashadya, or Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, because we understood that he was called a demon, a terrible demon-like power. Terrible, all right? Because what he could do, and what he can do, and what he will do. It says, and it shall bring him to the king of terrors. Esau thought he had a little something and that he can scare the population into who he was and things of that nature. You haven't seen real terror or, executed real terror, Esau. You haven't. That's why, again, I'm going to always bring this script out. Psalm 110. Hold on. I'm tripping. Give me a second. Yeah, I'm not tripping. I just skipped over it. To Psalm 110:3, it says, thy people shall be willing in the day of thy power. And really, that's going to be the day of terror. All right? It's going to be a terrible day. And when I say day, it's the time frame. Okay? And I always bring this script out to us who go onto the highways and byways and preach and actually believe. We've seen his terror already through his prophecies. Shit, on our day-to-day, or what's happened in our lives, we can say we've seen the terror of the Lord, and we really look at that as mercy, because the things that he's, a lot of us have been in life and death situations, things of that nature, and been afraid and things of that nature, with situations that we might have been in by ourselves or with each other or before we got in the truth, whatever. We've seen the terror of the Lord, and we understand that every day we skate by by the skin of our teeth, and only by the mercies of the Lord is how we get day to day, So we are willing in the day, because the day of his power is every minute of the day. The sun rises and sets, the moon changes in its perfection, like it says in Ecclesiasticus 43. We see the seasons change, temperature change, all of these things. Those are I'm naming just a few things that takes an immense amount of power to control. So we're willing right now. Unfortunately, unfortunately, our people have to learn the hard way. Get it death by pain, pretty much. So this is the prayer of Azariah. I'm gonna skip to the middle of the random place in it. So it says, the 27th verse says, and then the three, as out of one mouth, praised, glorified, and blessed the Most High in the furnace, saying, so that's the spirit. I start right here. because you're supposed to bless the Lord and send praises up to the Lord and glorify his name every single day, because he got you through the terrors that a lot of people experience on a day-to-day basis. It says, in blessed, verse 28, it says, "Blessed art thou, O Lord, power of our fathers, and to be praised and exalted above all forever." Verse 29, and blessed is thy glorious and holy name, and to be praised and exalted above all forever. Verse 30, blessed art thou in the temple of thine holy glory, and to be praised and glorified above all forever. Verse 31, blessed art thou that beholdest the depths and sittest upon the cherubims, and to be praised and exalted above all forever. Now, when you continue reading this, you can see it just exalts him every single time. And and those three holy children were telling, we're praising the Lord and telling every living thing walking on the planet Earth to praise the Lord while they were going through, from the naked eye, from someone who doesn't believe, a terrible circumstance. A terror was being brought on Azariah and his other two companions, which you can read about in the book of Daniel. But through it, it felt like a cool breeze. Um, it felt like a cool breeze that was coming on him, and the Spirit of the Lord, or Yahweh Shai, was actually with him. It kind of reminds me of the song by George Benson, "Breezin'." If y'all ever heard that song before, "Breezin'," go look it up. It's a good song. But pretty much they were breezing through their terror. But Esau is going to have a difficult time with what they're about to experience. That's why they're on high alert for possible terror attacks. They're anxious, their anxiety is high, because they're going to have to deal with the king of terrors. And the king of terrors is Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. So that's all I have for this lesson. Lord willing, it was edifying. I want to give all glory, honor, and praises to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, Ba'Shem HaChakodash. Double honor to the apostles and elders, a great millstone to rule and teach well. Peace of salutation to the elect, 144 first fruit. Till the next time, we'll say shalom.